There's a few people here at the moment, a few pink ladies. Spin you all around.
Enough is enough, boys.
Not much at the moment. Helps if you put it on fucking video, doesn't it? And not photo with daft cunt. Right, folks, so we've found the people now. I'll spin you around, show you everybody. Few here at the moment, but there will be more. We hope. Welcome to everyone just joining, folks. We've made it to Rochdale safely for now. I say for now. Nice and quiet at the moment. There's a few here, but it's going to get a lot fucking busier, I do believe. Some guest speakers coming as well. Don't forget, folks, if you are joining, make sure you double tap on the screen. Get us going a bit.
Before that, Tory.
Hey up, John. Hope you're well, pal. Make sure you double tap the screen for us, pal. We're getting going. There's a few turning up now.
When do we want it? Whenever we say we can have it, if it's all right.
In Rochdale, John. Rochdale, there's the town hall there, pal. I'll take you around, see the front of it. Yeah, Rochdale today, buddy. Tomorrow is Fallowfield, I do believe. I'll see how I feel after today. It's going to be a long one today, mate. There's lots to speak on. This one is parents against grooming gangs. Obviously, we're all against them, right? You know, it's a beautiful, picturesque building. Absolutely stunning where we are. Really nice. Like a mini Big Ben. Welcome to everyone just joining, folks. Make sure you double tapping the screen. Currently at Rochdale for the protest against grooming gangs. It's stunning, John. It is a beautiful building. There's Brexit Brian over there. But yeah, we're early yet. It's not due to kick off until, well, about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Welcome to everyone just joining, folks. Oh, 1,000,000%, John. This one's a good one. Make sure you double tapping the screen, folks, and then anyone that's just joining, get them likes. If you got profiles, Facebook, etc., give it a share for us. This is one that does need sharing. This is Parents Against Grooming. Try and get a decent picture of it all if I can. There we go. That's why we're here, folks. Welcome to everyone just joining, folks. Worst case, hello. Hope you're safe over there in America, pal. Like I said, really, we've fired up the camera a bit early today, but it's better to get it going a bit earlier than not at all. Everyone that is just joining, folks, make sure you double tap on the screen.
I seen him the other day on there.
How you doing, pal?
Enter the Matrix video.
Yeah, I was with Steve. Yeah, I was. Yeah. Yeah. Welcome everyone just joining. I think there's a wedding on round there. They've picked an awful day for it, really. Going to be a noisy one. Hey up, Manju. Hope you're well. Anyone that is just joining, folks, this one today is Parents Against Grooming. Bloody good cause. Oh, hello. You're a bloody friendly thing, you aren't you, eh? Zhao Ming? No. We're in Rochdale today. Rochdale. Hey up, Lorna. Hope you're well, love. Everyone that is just joining, folks, make sure you double tap on the screen today. I would say it's probably the most important demonstration I've ever been to. Obviously, anyone that's got children, anybody that hasn't got children is against grooming, right? And obviously, this is regarding grooming. This is all this is about today. No doubt we'll get some lefties here. No doubt, but we shall see.
Hey, Chris. Thank you. Hi.
What a weird question that is. Probably not, no. Because I've got a daughter. I don't think she'd like being Batman. Aren't the buildings absolutely stunning, mate? Look at them. It's an absolutely stunning location where we are. Really picturesque all around, to be fair. Even the pubs look dead posh. Obey Trump. I do like Trump. Although Hamas are not obeying him at the moment. But yeah, you're right, mate. It is very, very picturesque. Very picturesque. Whose streets are streets? Just take you around the front for anyone that hasn't seen yet. Even the bars are fancy. They are. They are. So yeah, that's the front up there, look. It's stunning. Everyone that is just joining, folks, make sure you double tapping that screen. Let's get them likes up. 142 in, only 17 likes. Take a second, double tap the screen. If you're not subbed, please do. But yeah, that's where we it's beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Yeah. So yeah, today's demonstration, folks, it's not so much an us against them type of thing today. It's more of a all of us against grooming, which we should all be against, right? What time is it here now? It is 20 to 2 in the afternoon. What do I think about immigration in the UK? Legal immigration, fine. Illegal immigration, far too much of it at the moment. Far too much of it, and it's getting out of control. Police are already joining now, look. Police are wondering now. Didn't take them long. I'm surprised they're not already here. "100% Patriot. 100%, pal." Everyone that's just joining, folks, double tap the screen, remember. If you haven't subbed, please do. Helps us out mahoosively. Not a degree in sight. Well, that's funny, because the guy that I'm looking at there has many degrees. Yes, Robert, that's the idea. Let's not go on about colour. Right. Yes, if you have Facebook, folks, or X or Insta or anything, do us a favour and share the link. It helps us out humongously. It really does. Pushes us out there more. HH, hope you are well.
Keep up the good work. We love this,
Welcome to everyone just joining. Make sure you double tap on that screen for us, folks. Well, that's a good idea, mate. I'm not sure it'd work, but it's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all. Sure. Would fail GCSE? I don't know. I couldn't tell you that, mate.
I'm taking a lot of medication.
Right, folks, I see a problem. 176 people in, only 28 likes. Double tap the screen for me. Help us out. Right, YouTube then will spread us everywhere.
Go on, guys, keep tapping.
I can smell.
It might be behind you.
That's what I can smell. For fuck's sake. Looks like a seaside. No, this isn't not a seaside town, this one, mate. It's beautiful, this place. Absolutely stunning. It's like a mini Big Ben there. There you go, patriotic Christian. Couldn't have said it better myself. Some pissed up bird mouthing off, as they do.
3 steps forward, 1 step back.
Pissed out of her head. No, you can't, Corey. No, not unless you do something that she shouldn't do. Everyone, make sure you're double tapping the screen for me, folks. Helps us out massively. And subscribing if you haven't done already. Let's get us shared, folks, on your social media if you've got it. If not, that's all right. I'm thinking we're about to get an influx of people very shortly. I'm not sure why I shut her mouth off then. There's no reason. No reason. Let's go and have a look at what we've got down here, folks.
Yeah, it's Bluetooth. Right, okay, so my role to song.
Right, so.
March 13th. Right, to do.
Everybody should be behind this one, folks. Everybody.
Do you know to work it?
Not really, but we'll have a
What,
go.
who's is it?
Yours,
Well, it's
I've got a little speaker pocket.
That's what it's about today, folks. Protecting our children. Everybody should be behind that. Everybody. Raising the flag isn't a cause. You just look like Mels. Keep pushing me up the algorithm, F. Keep them comments coming, pal. Protecting from who? Just Google the 1400. That's all you need to do. From Hamas, Joshua, from Hamas. Not sure why Palestine's getting brought into this one, but yeah, if you want to, we'll protect it from Hamas. 1400 Rochdale grooming gangs. That's all you need to do. That's why we're here. From Hamas, Joshua. Yes, free Palestine from Hamas. Don't forget the Hamas. If you're scared getting my pocket. Which pocket? You should remodel. What do you want me to remodel, Joshua? Free Britain. From what? You're a prop. Am I? It's a big word for you, mate, that. From Hamas, Abdul. From Hamas. Is what you get. You get the Palestine wankers. Oh no, hey God. I just don't know enough about it to comment here. Oh, it's easier just to do that. Just do that. It's easier that way. Lorna, Rob, one shot and you're out. Just do that. Do that. Don't fuck around. One for Pammy there. It's all awful, Abu. All of it, mate. It's all bad. Harming any children, whoever you are, it's bad. It's awful. How come it's only Palestinian people that are commenting about this? The whole cause I've just shown you, the cause is against grooming gangs. Abu, if you're not from the UK, mate, just Google it and you'll see.
Oh yeah.
Because it's not started yet. I'm early, mate. I've been like half an hour early, but I thought I'd go live early. Thank you so much, Michael. Hope you're well, pal. Talk to the guy with the cap on. Who? Pedro. This guy. This guy here. That's Pedro.
Oh yeah. How you
Do you remember Barry Davidson? Apparently he knows you. Talk to the guy with the cap on. He's my old mate. I'm guessing EDL days, maybe.
Maybe I can't remember by the name. I can't know.
He's not good at remembering names. Neither am I. Right, folks. Everyone that's just joined, we've got 50 likes, 212 you in. Double tap that screen for me. No, not him. Which one then? No, it weren't you.
Is it not me? No?
Oh, you on about Brexit, Brian? Down there. No. Cheers, Pat. Hope you're well. No worries, Mike. Hope you're well over there. On stage talking. Right, okie doke. Right, Billy, you're on about. Right, okay. Yeah, I'll go over in a minute, mate. Willie, yeah, Billy. Sorry, I missed that one. I would have thought there'd have been a lot more here. I think there will be a lot more turn up. I hope there is.
So we're getting bad feedback on that one.
Which one?
Southern Ireland, when my nest is strongly complete with Paul. He's
Right.
an orange lodge, and he says, "Why is there a tricolour flag outside the hotel, by the hotel?" I
Because
said, "I don't know now about that."
because we
He said to
put
support terrorists.
it's obviously with it being an Irish one, then people link it to the IRA.
Yeah.
But at the moment, the Irish have joined forces with the Northern Irish and have become one now. So even the Northern Irish people are flying the tricolour at the moment.
right.
That's why we've included it with the Northern Irish Red Hand of Ulster.
Watching this,
Yeah. Yeah, so that's why that is.
Right.
Yeah. Right, folks, everyone just joining. Double tap the screen for me. It's about to well, I hope it's about to kick off. I would have thought there'd been a lot more here. A lot more.
Ain't they the ones that were in the van before?
Which one?
The ones that first turned up.
Yeah. 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 There's Brexit Brian. Missing daughters. So we're all right with this one. This isn't copyrighted music, so we're all right with this one. Yeah. He wrote this song, yeah. So there's a chap here that's actually wrote this song, folks. So we'll go and say hi to him. Hiya, Poppy Fields. Cheers, Paul. Hope you're well, buddy. Double tap the screen for us, folks. Helps us out massively. Andy, can you share this live onto your Facebook and tag me in it if you can? Yeah, go onto YouTube and share it onto your Facebook, but tag me in it and tag a load of people in it if you can. Welcome from India, pal. Hope you're well over there. That is the problem, John, by the looks of it, mate.
Future was destroyed. It's now time to break the silence. Your pain is not your shame. The idea of the memory is forsaken.
My darling is in. How are you doing? You all right, beautiful? We've got doggies galore here, Pammy. Hello then. Come on then. Hello. 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 I know. Hello. Hello. What's that, sorry?
She's the official mascot on all the time.
There we go.
Rallies.
So that's the official mascot there, folks. All the rallies.
She's the official mascot from Tommy's rallies.
There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. There is another one as well here. I'm not sure. Oh, there it is. Over there. I'll go and show you the other one, Pammy. Big Poochie. Big Poochie here. Come on, let's go and say hi to it. Hello again. I know. Hello. You okay? Yeah, there's some doggies here. Just got home. Oh, good. Good. Yeah, so there's doggies everywhere. Go, boys. And that's what it's all about. That's why we're here, save our kids. We are in Rochdale, Teslin. Rochdale. Cheers, Hazy. Hope you're well. You were stood there whilst media were taking a picture. You didn't realise. I just saw it. Pammy, can you do me a favour, darling? Go on to Facebook and share this stream and tag as many people as you can in it. Yeah. All right. Just press it. It'll be right. It'll be right.
It's now time to break the silence. Your pain is not your shame.
Yeah, let's keep the comments respectful, folks. At the end of the day, we are here simply to protect our children against grooming gangs. That's what this is about. This isn't about exactly stopping the boats or anything, although a lot of them do come over without. But this is regarding the grooming gang scandal, which I'm sure all of you have seen from not so long ago. You're a doctor, Beast. Well done.
I've shared it. I've had it.
You're a diamond. Yeah.
Both of us. Take someone else.
Yeah, of course you can, yeah. Yeah.
That would go down nice.
Yeah, of course you can, yeah. Hey up, Welshman. Hope you're well, pal. You're a doctor out there.
Yep.
No worries, darling. No worries. You just do what you need to do, sweetheart. Welcome to everyone just joining, folks. Make sure you double tap on the screen for me and the subscribe button if you haven't already. We are about to kick off, I do believe. Sound out of breath? I'm really not, mate. Really not. It might be that my freaking microphone is literally just there, but I ain't out of breath, pal. Not one little bit. It's not so much a protest, Ryan. It's more about standing up to protecting our children against grooming gangs. We are in Rochdale, mate, right outside the town hall, Rochdale. It's against grooming gangs, super swag. I'm probably just a mouth breather, mate. That's probably it. Although I do have a cold, so you probably are right there. The way it's going, Anonymous User, you're probably not wrong, mate. Although I do know a lot of them are stuck on the fucking motorway coming directly from Manchester. Andy. Just do me a favour, just film that, just aiming it, just keep moving it around slowly, just facing forward a minute. Just need to do this. Give me 5 minutes, mate. I'm just doing something.
Yeah. Guys, we're just going to delay 10 minutes because there are a few people still waiting to arrive. I don't want to start without them because then I'll get all muddled up in my head and I won't know what I'm doing. I've spent the last 5 weeks putting this together and having the right people in the right places all lined in when we speak, so I'm not breaking it for no one. Oh, song that'll get on your nerves, get on your nerves.
Out. If you're out, you need to. And they'll be nice.
Not all of them.
Not all of them. Wow, what are they saying?
Apparently everyone's on benefits.
That's the favourite go-to, yeah.
And one person's put, we support you from Israel.
Good man, or lady.
Someone from USA said hello from Hawaii, Ohio.
Hello over there.
You've got a guy putting Israel forever.
I won't be too long, folks. I'm just currently doing something on Facebook. As soon as I've done that, I'll be back with you all. Andy's a man on the camera at the moment.
Hello from Hawaii.
Make sure you double tap on the screen, folks. Subscribing if you haven't already. It helps out hugely. 2 minutes and I should be done. And oh, they have delayed it, folks. I don't know if you all heard. They've delayed it by about 10 minutes. Loads of people are stuck on the motorway. So I did expect this to happen because a lot of them have gone up to the stand up to racism thing in Piccadilly Gardens earlier on. Tea. Nearly there.
Oh, yeah.
Done. Right, folks, we have a problem. 323 of you in, but only 89 likes. What does that mean? Double tap the screen for me. Helps us out massively. Oh, yeah, they can call me what they want, mate. Listen, nothing I ain't been called before. That's for bloody sure, pal. That is for sure. Right, let's get them subs up, folks. Target for today, 3,500. I reckon it's doable. That means we need another 400. It's doable. Thanking you, Andy, sir. Righty-ho. I am training him up to become a stand-in for me. There we go. That's why it won't go on. Oh yeah, you get some bad ones as well. You get some awful shit. Yeah, it is what it is. You learn to ignore it. Cheers, TQ. Hope you're well. Oh yeah. And I've got cheers, Lynette. Thank you, love. Yeah, and I've good mods as well. I've got Pammy on there, and I've got Lorna and Rob, who's a husband and wife. Yeah, he does. Yeah. Got another doggy here, Pammy, as well. I don't know if you're listening. That's the wrong flag. Why? What flags do you need? Okay, TQ. Why is it the wrong flag? Love the dude's blue outfit. Yeah, you can't miss him, can you? Lidl tracksuit. No, I don't think it's a Lidl one. I don't know, it might be. Hey, you're all right, Teslin. Listen, I think everybody should be behind it. Even the people that are slating us should be behind this now. It really should, Brian. For something like this as well, mate, for grooming gangs, it really should.
Yeah, everywhere's dying off now, isn't it? Like, it's had its better days, hasn't it? Look. I've seen it on loads of videos and things and stuff, innit?
There really isn't SMH, you know, for something as serious as this. I would have thought there'd been a lot more here, mate. To be fair, how brutish are we today? Well, I don't think being out here protecting children is classed as being brutes. That's not very nice, Kieran. I'm a perv. Did your mum tell you that, pal?
I went in there last week. I don't drink me. I stopped drinking a few years back. I went in there to get an apple juice. You know, at night, it was dead. Don't make its money at night time, just in the daytime. The toilet, yeah, some guy had a shit, and he's like caught it halfway.
Yes, Shane. Exactly, and that's the thing, mate. We are also flying a tricolour. I'm from Blackpool myself. We're on the promenade. We've been putting the flags up out there. We've got the tricolour in there, mate. Cheers, Chris. Hope you're well, buddy. Yes, Bill. The protest, it's 100%. This not wouldn't say it's so much a protest. Let me just go and have a look. It's parents against grooming. Now, who isn't against that? Let's be honest. That's what we're here for today. That's what we're here for. That's what it is for, pal. Cheers, Bill. Well, that's what I'm wondering about, Brad. This is not about UK v Palestine, any of that bullshit. This is literally us against grooming. Now, surely everybody should be against that, whether you're Palestinian or whatever the fuck you are. What? Yeah. Define grooming. Well, it's doing bad shit to children, mate, that you shouldn't be doing. I can't really go into it too much on here for obvious reasons. But yeah, just quick Google search, mate. Smiles, it's regarding grooming against children. It's protection of children today. This isn't a Islam or a fucking Palestine or any of that bullshit. This is simply all of us, should be all of us, against grooming gangs and protecting our children. Hey up, Boiling Frog, hope you're well, pal. Cheers, Bill. Bran, you're saying why aren't you protesting the Met officers that did it? We're protesting anybody that does it, mate. Anybody. This isn't just about people of colour or white people or black people, brown people. This is anybody that grooms, and that includes the police. Well, we know it's going on, and yeah, if you're wondering where we are currently outside Rochdale Town Hall, literally right outside it. I haven't seen any flyers, mate. I haven't seen a flyer, and I'm just looking right in front of me now, and there's many white people on what I'm looking at directly in front of me. Certainly white people on there, mate. It's about grooming. Parents against grooming. You're not that important, Bashtar. Stop making everything about yourselves. This is about grooming, not colour. It's not started yet, mate. We're literally just congregating at the moment. It should have started. It should have started 10 minutes ago, but it's everyone's stuck on the fucking motorway, aren't they? Don't ask why. I don't know. Doesn't help that City are playing today, so that will have definitely. Here he is. He's here. Right. I can't define grooming on here. No, I can define grooming, but I'm not going to go into it on YouTube for obvious reasons. There's loads of speeches, pal. There's speeches going on. There's guest speakers. That's what I mean by that. Samuel, it's not so much a protest. We're here against grooming gangs. Literally there, look, you can see it, parents against grooming. That is what this is. It's a PAG UK event. All you need to do is just Google PAG UK and it'll tell you exactly what it's about. If you are just joining, folks, make sure you double tap on the screen for me. Make sure you have subscribed. Helps us out massively. Correct, Whisper, and it's that's one way of putting it. Yeah.
Right, guys, if you're here for, do you want to jump right front so you can hear and see? And you all right there? All right, okay. I'm not being ignorant, me back to you. Yeah? All right, guys, do you want to move in a bit closer so you're going to hear me because I've got a really good mic set up. Right, guys, we're going to start. Before we do, well, hang on a minute, 1 minute.
Spot on, Pammy, darling. Hope you're well.
Yes, sir.
I'll tell you what, though, the turnout is piss poor, folks, for this. Really poor,
So
to
we're
be
going to
fair.
start today
Really
on
poor.
a somber moment. Many years ago, when I began this fight against the abuse of children here in Rochdale, I was privileged and honoured to meet a young lady by the name of Charlotte Tetley. Charlotte was a lovely Rochdalian girl who was epically failed, like the rest of them, by the establishment. Not only was she failed, she was ignored. Not only was she ignored, but when ignored, she was when she asked for help, and when she knew she had a problem, she asked for help. They found her out to Macclesfield from Rochdale, away from her whole social network, a whole support network, and they moved her to Macclesfield. In Macclesfield, she had many issues as well with her mental health, with coping as a survivor. Unfortunately, Charlotte took her life. It kills me after saying this, I don't like speaking about it, but maybe someone else will go into the details more than I'm able to, because I feel it cut to the bone with me, because I've met the girl in person, I've tried to help the girl in person, it just wasn't, I wasn't able to. She's not a survivor, she did not survive, and it's because of them she did not survive. So before we start, before we have any speakers, we must hold a minute's silence for that girl, not just for her, but for Victoria Govia, for Charlene Downs, and for the many other girls across the UK who lost their life, not just to be abused, but to silence. The lives were taken. So we're going to start today. After that big noisy git shuts up, and we're going to have a minute's silence. Okay, guys. So thank you for bearing with me on that. We'll start now. A minute from now. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much. So, for those who are from Rochdale will understand, because I've been telling them for years, that Rochdale and the problems over the border in Oldham are hand in hand. They're the same people, they're the same areas. And I'm going to bring someone up now to speak to you who knows a lot more about Oldham's problems than we do, as much as we do about Rochdale. So please give a Rochdale welcome and a nice loud applause to Sir Raj Amir. Thank you. Thank you. Raj Amir, ladies and gentlemen.
We made this political 7 years ago, and it's took us 7 years to force this to where we currently are, which is on the verge of a national inquiry. The national inquiry will be rigged. Make no mistake about it whatsoever. And if you're following what's taking place with the Minister for Safeguarding Girls, that's the title, the Minister for Safeguarding Girls, a woman called Jess Phillips. Everything she has shared so far has demonstrated that they will try and rig the inquiry. Now, the reason why it matters to you, to me, is that we have forced, by making it political, and people say to me, oh, there's only a handful who turn up to these events. It doesn't matter. The entire nation is behind us on this. And those who aren't are the ones who are either complicit in what took place or benefited from what took place. And so there is no ambiguity. And in the past, they've arrested me for more or less these words as a racist, but we forced the government, Baroness Casey, to admit to these words. These were racially motivated crimes. In the main, an overrepresentation of Pakistani men gang raping and trafficking little white working class girls across this country. And never forget that. Because one of the things that they're trying to do with the national inquiry is change and expand the remit so it looks at child abuse in its entirety. Well, let me share with you what makes this specific type of child abuse very different from all the others. And that doesn't mean we don't care about all the others. Those arguments that those people make, they're ridiculous. Of course, every one of us cares about the abuse of children. But there is something that makes this specific type of abuse very, very distinct. Your children were sold for votes. No ambiguity whatsoever. Your children, our children, were sold for votes. These men infiltrated the Labour Party. They quickly worked out that the drug dealing, hand in hand with the gang rape of children, would be ignored. They had immunity because of the sackfuls of postal votes that they provided to the politicians. And in the first instance, what these people did, the politicians, the councils, they bribed them with their community centres. Why do you think you have names called a Bangladeshi community centre, a Pakistani community centre? What would happen if you created something called a white community centre? There'd be a front page article on The Guardian condemning you as racist and far right. So they first of all bribed them with these community centres in the 70s and the 80s. But they weren't satisfied with that. And I say this not to criticise, but so to educate. The communities that I come from are run by cartels. They're run by gangsters, and they're run by very, very powerful individuals whose immediate family members, on one hand, are businessmen who launder money, on the other hand, drug dealers, convicted drug dealers. They drive up and down the streets in fancy Ferraris. These are councillors, these are politicians. In broad daylight, their immediate family members are members of the grooming gangs. The cousins, they don't care. A couple of months ago, Lord Ali, Rotherham, heard of him? Him and his brother raped 2 boys. Yeah, they raped boys. Finally convicted. He gets out of prison. He's hanging out in that new pyramid thing in Stockport for a Dubai property fair full of Pakistanis. Next to him, Afzal Khan, the MP. Can you imagine if you're an MP, a senior government MP, walking through a corridor on friendly basis with a man who's just come out of prison for raping little boys? They don't care because they know that the votes they provide give them protection. It is no more complicated than that, and you're seeing it play out now. Not just on the issue of the grooming gangs, you're seeing it play out on so many other issues. And it doesn't make a single one of us racist. You know why? Because there are people in those very communities who hate these people as well, but they are powerless. They are powerless to speak out, just as so many others here are powerless to speak out. I was asked earlier, where are all the men here? Where are all the other people here? How many of you know that if you came and stood alongside me the police would knock on your door. Your employer would call you into a meeting. You'd lose your job. Your daughter, a friend of mine, a lady who follows my work, phoned me up crying last week. My daughter, who's now graduated with a politics degree, won't speak to me anymore because she thinks I'm a racist because I listen to you. This is what we are fighting against, and it will take us a generation more to get to where we need to get to, which is cleanse this cancer from out of our country.
Yeah.
So the grooming gang public inquiry will be a cover-up. They are about to appoint a chair. My information is, of the two that they've shortlisted, the preference does not even have a legal background. It's not a judge, it's not a barrister, it's not anyone with a legal background, it's someone they can manipulate. Even the Guardian newspaper last week ran an article, and the Guardian hates us and hates everything we stand for. The Guardian ran an article that essentially said that the government have already determined the terms of reference and no judge will agree to front it. This is not how a national inquiry is meant to work. It's illegal. It's unlawful. You have Rupert Lowe, the independent MP. I am supportive of Rupert Lowe. I don't care if he's reform, if he's advance, anyone who stands on the side of wanting to stop the gang rape of children, I will stand alongside. Whatever political differences we might have, I can deal with them afterwards. But first of all, we stop the raping of our children, and we stop those who benefit from raping our children. The Labour Party last year wrote to me. They threatened to sue me. They threatened to sue me because I named politicians. So everywhere I go, I name politicians, and I challenge the Labour Party to sue me, and I'll see them in the High Court. I am not a wealthy man. I live in a very small apartment with my child. If I lose it, I lose everything. But you know what I will not lose? The ability to look in the mirror and see what looks back at me. The name of the politicians that I know are involved in the cover-up of the grooming and gang rape of my town's children include the now MP, Jim McMahon, James Ignatius O'Rourke McMahon, Debbie Abrahams, MP, Angela Rayner, MP, Andy Burnham, the Greater Manchester Mayor. Burnham hides behind his Twitter account calling me. Name the place, Andy Burnham. I will show the entire nation every bit of evidence that demonstrates your role in the cover-up of the industrial scale gang rape of this nation's children. The government will announce next week, is my information, the chair of the National Inquiry. I will release a series of documents that demonstrate, that have been sat on, how it is rigged and what we must do to hold them to account. Do not lose hope when it's rigged. Just know that it's another step in the journey to where we need to go. And so we understand where we need to go. It is justice for the survivors, prison time for those who committed the crimes, and even more prison time for those who are complicit in the cover-up. So please, please, please keep coming to these events. Our numbers have grown far greater than they've ever been. And our voice now, what we talk about now that they once deemed to be far right and extremist, is now echoed in Parliament almost word for word. And that's only happened because of every one of you. And for that, I will be ever grateful. When I started this, I was petrified that I would be standing alone. I'm not standing alone. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Glad to meet you, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Raja Mir. It's not easy to get up here and say this type of stuff without being persecuted by those on the other side. This man has put his head way above the parapet to do so. So he's not just he's loved in Rochdale, he's loved in Oldham, but he should be loved all around the country. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Raja Mir. I'm going to stick with Oldham now, because Raja's not the only person from Oldham at the moment who's fighting this cause. It's because I've got a lovely little firecracker here for you. A lady who's been persecuted herself, who understands what it is to be persecuted for standing up and standing up for survivors. Please give a Rochdale welcome to Debra Barrett.
Right, folks, everyone that is joining, do me a favour, double tap the screen. I've not been able to obviously talk or anything whilst I'm listening to the speeches.
Come on, Deb.
There's another one coming up now.
It's getting up, it's getting down, what's hard? Hurry up.
Don't be forgetting to subscribe as well, folks.
Good afternoon, Rochdale. It's been a while since I've been here. We've got a wedding or something going on up there. Look at this here. Has anybody seen the window with the red covering? Have you all picked that out? Do you all know about that? The window? Do you know about that?
Tell us anyway, Debbie.
Cyril's window.
That's Cyril Smith's window. That's where he used to look out over his children so that he could pick which boy he wanted. That's what Cyril Smith used to do, and it's marked up, and they've painted the windows and they've done it up, but they haven't changed his red window. I wonder why. Anyway, my name's Debbie Barrett Cole. Lovely to see you all here. And
Don't say it. Don't say it.
Say what you want to say, Deb.
I was just going to go Esmeralda the Bells. Right, so on the 6th of November 2019, I went up to Oldham Council. Now that's documented and it's been shown all over Facebook, and I went up to ask one question. The question was, why had Oldham Council not told the residents of Oldham that Shabir Hamid, Daddy from the grooming gang, worked for Oldham Council? They did everything within the power for me not to ask that question. They adjourned the meeting twice. They brought the police in, who said, you're not disrupting the meeting, so you can carry on. In fact, my friend over here, Peter, was the one that was disrupting the meeting at the time, because he had his problems, didn't you, Pete? You did. So anyway, from that, people kept saying to me, you need to stand in the elections, will you stand in the elections? So with Rajamir, we got together and I decided to stand in the general election in 2019. We had 8 weeks, roundabout. So I went up against Jim McMahon in Oldham, Western Wrighton. They've added Chadderton in on that now. I didn't win. I never knew I knew I was never ever going to win, because I was going up against the Labour postal vote. I did beat UKIP, so I'm quite pleased with that. So I did get 500 votes and I was happy with that. That's my little pat on my back. But what happened after that was very, very telling. Because Jim McMahon, because I was going around and telling everybody what Jim McMahon was doing, covering up girls being groomed in shisha bars in Oldham, not telling parents because they didn't want racial tensions in the town. He didn't want to stir up the racial tensions in the town because Lee Rigby had been murdered and it was time of his funeral. So Jim McMahon decided, I know what I'm going to do. I know I'll shut her up. I'll have her arrested. So he tried having me arrested, and he got Sergeant Andy Day from Oldham, and he was chasing me, and he was saying, if you don't come in for a voluntary interview, I'm going to have to arrest you. And I went, go on then, arrest me. I'm not coming. And he kept pushing and pushing and pushing. And so in the end I said, do you know what, I'll come. And I went along with my solicitor. And Jim McMahon said I did this and I did that, and I slandered him through while it was through the purdah. They have within Parliament you have a purdah where you can't slag anybody off, which I didn't slag anybody off. I did it prior to that. I'm not daft. He also raked in well, actually, no, Debbie Abrahams raked in Rajamia, saying that he'd slated her off, which he hadn't slated her off, and she edited things that he'd said. Now, the reason I'm telling you this is what your politicians would do, because we've got an Oldham councillor here, and I think he's very brave coming here today, because he's come to show solidarity, and I believe, trust me, the first things I said to him was, you from the Oldham group, what are you doing here? And you can ask him, and that's exactly what I said to him, because if he would have anything else, I said to him, I'm going to kick your head in, you know what I mean? I'm an Oldham girl, what can I tell you? You know, but I've had a chat with him, and I've put him straight on a few things, and hopefully he will take that information away, and he'll grow with it, and he'll do something about what I've told him. However, the politicians here in Rochdale and in Oldham and in every Labour town you can name, Barrow, Telford, Rotherham, they are all Labour.
You struggle to name all 50.
I can't name all 50. I can't name all 50. But I live not far now from a place called Hull. Well, they say Hull, I got Hull. Hull. And we've got it going on there. And we've got hotels there, and we've got people coming over and abusing children and raping women and what have you. The thing is, things are not going to change until people start actually saying, do you know what? I am actually going to vote. Because people are not voting. The amount of people that I have heard that have said, oh, I'm not bothering voting, they're all the same. They're all in the same book. They all do the same thing. No, that's exactly what they want. They don't want communities coming together. They don't want people standing together and voting them out. So they are relying on everybody not voting. Oh, there's a lovely bride over there. She's got a gorgeous dress on. Congratulations. So, please, what's happened to me is actually irrelevant, because where I'm living now, even though I was chased out of Oldham by a man called Mohammed Imran Ali, i.e. Irish Immy, i.e. knobhead, i.e. convicted heroin dealer, i.e. getaway driver for Dale Cregan, who murdered 2 police officers, one of them from Oldham. He's best pals, married to boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it is, with the Oldham Council leader. He chased me out of town because I got threats after he shared my face, I know it's beautiful, my home and my name, into 18 Islamic groups, calling me a far-right racist and that I was not suitable to stand in the local elections. I then got threats of, we know where you live, we're going to rape you, we're going to burn your house down. I had to flee for my own safety. I went to Somerset. I flew. I did an house exchange from one council house to a housing association. I went to Somerset. And then Irish Immy sent me a message. Hope you're enjoying Somerset. So they know exactly where I am. But where I am now, I'm in a beautiful home. I'm 20 minutes from a beach. I've got a gorgeous area. And you know what? As much as Oldham will always be my home. And who knows, I may come back and go against Jim McMahon again, just for the sheer fun of it. Just for the sheer fun of it. I might do, because I can. I'm allowed to. In the general election, I'm allowed to. And I might just come back just for the fun of it, just to piss him right off and see if Andy Day wants to arrest me again. But Greater Manchester Police are as much complicit in covering up as politicians. Please remember that. There's a gorgeous little girl here, and all I want to do is wrap her up in cotton wool, because she's very, very young, and she's a target to so many people, and it's awful for us to even think that, but that is the truth. So thank you very much, Rochdale, and I might go and have a look round and while I'm here, because I don't live here now. I'm Yorkshire now, but do you know, I go out in Yorkshire and people say, you're not from here, are you? I go, no. But Oldham will always be my place. That's how they act, yeah. So please, please, if you've all got neighbours, you've all got family, knock on the door, start conversations. If they don't vote, please, please, start having conversations with them. Tell them how important it is for you to go out and vote, because that's the only way now that we're going to get these people out. And as for the children, the reason I went up in the first place, I have got many, many survivors in my phone right now, who I still support, who still contact me. Some of them are from here, a lot of them are from Oldham, and they will not rest until they get an independent investigation. They do not want a truth project. They do not want what Labour and Jess Phillips are trying to push under the door. So she is. So please, if I agree with that. I made an effort today, and I've only come Rochdale. Even Billy's got a suit on. You know what I mean? She can't even rock up at Parliament. You know. No, she can't wash. I washed my meat today. I'm glad it's not rain. So please, all I ask is, the most important thing is now, the only way now that we can get these people out is by voting, and that's got to be your most priority. We've all got local elections coming up in May. So how many months is that? Well, that's if they've not cancelled your elections. That's if they've not cancelled them, because there's that as well. But we've got what? 7 months? We've got 7 months. You've got 7 months to start knocking on your neighbours' doors, talking to them. Take them some cake and say, can put kettle on. And by the way, are you voting? And if not, do you know what? We can join. We can't beat them. We can join them. We can all have a postal vote. You don't have to go to a polling booth. You can still have a postal vote. But the thing is, people need the vote. And vote independent. Go for your independent people, because they're not whipped up like Labour, Lib Dems and Conservative. Anyway, thanks for having me.
Once more time for Debra Barrett-Cole, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, before I move on for our next speaker, a bit of a surprise here. So for the first time,
Right, folks, anyone that is just joining, make sure you double tap on that screen for us and subscribing. Helps us out massively.
we didn't hear you guys.
Hello everybody, and thank you for
We need to work out when to do that.
warm welcome. Let's start off with some facts. The facts is, we're winning. 5 years ago, if I had stood here 5 years ago and told you where we were today, most of you wouldn't have believed me. Most of you would have thought, no, we can't get that way. We're going to lose this battle.
That's
but because we kept coming out, because you kept coming out, because of social media, because of X and Twitter, this has become a national issue now. And everything we've been doing has been proven to be correct.
Right.
Everything we said has turned out to be correct. And regardless of who you are in the country, who you are in the world, hardly anybody will accept the rape of children. Hardly anybody.
Jamil Rafiq, for you to say that, pal, you must be one of them, eh?
Now, driving here today, I passed a bridge just round the corner, and it said, Home of Cooperation. And I thought, well, that's perfectly correct. It is the home of cooperation. Because the police, the council, and the elected politicians
Everyone that's
all
just joining, folks, make sure you double
cooperated
tap on
with
the
each other
screen for us. Helps
to
us out
hide
massively.
this crime and to hide other stuff as well. But this crime, particularly, they hid.
You get them all the time,
They got
Kaylin.
together and they decided votes were more important than our children. How evil do you have to be to put votes ahead of children? But that's what went on, and it went on for decades and decades. And we were called names, we were called racist, we were called idiots, we were called, you've got mental health issues, this is a conspiracy theory, this never happens. But that's all changed now, because this is discussed now in Parliament. This is discussed around the world in other people's parliaments. This is discussed by the most powerful people in the world.
Yeah.
Because it's factual now, and we know it to be true. And it's been admitted, and we've got the reports. But, as Raja said, the Labour Party will not allow this report to come to the conclusions we know the report will come to if it's a free and fair investigation into this. They cannot allow it. They will not allow it. They will make excuses, they will delay, and they will delay until after the next election. No Labour government will commission this report to be released before the next general election. They can't afford that to happen. They won't allow it to happen. They're hoping we're going to forget about this. They're hoping they may not be in power anymore. They're hoping they'll get away with this. But we know they won't get away with it. It may take another fight. I mean, I think we've won this fight. I really do think we've already won. We've not crossed the finish line yet, but we've won this race. Because we'll never
Always,
put the lid back on the
Full of
box
them.
now. We never
Full of
will.
them, pal.
I will class this fight as over when we have some senior politicians in the dock and then in jail. That's what I want to see. Because this is a form of being a traitor. This is traitorous. And I want people in jail. Not just the offenders, not just the perverts and paedophiles. Let's lock them up as well, fantastic. But if we're going to make sure this never happens again, if we're going to ensure things worse than this will never happen again, then we need to make sure the people who allowed it to happen and covered it up, we have to ensure they go to jail. Why shouldn't they not go to jail? At the end of World War II, we hung Nazis for what they did. We hung them. Now, we don't have the death penalty in our country, but at least we should send them to jail. Absolutely. Now, I've seen some signs around here today. Sue your perpetrators. Fantastic sign, because this is a new way forward. If you've not heard about this, there's a gentleman, a solicitor called Robin Tilbrook. I interviewed him on my YouTube channel about a month ago. So he's a solicitor, heard about the grooming gangs, heard about the men who went to court, were found guilty, so this isn't, we think he's guilty, found guilty in a court of law, and then he decided to himself, do you know what? If this was any other crime, the victim would take that person back to court and sue them. Yeah. So he said, I'm going to crowdfund this. And he found a victim willing to do it. First of all, he tried to advertise in newspapers what he was doing. Basically, no win, no fee court case. If you're a victim of this, we'll go to court. And the newspapers wouldn't take his advertisement. Imagine that. Imagine newspapers saying, we're not going to take your money as a no win, no fee solicitor. But eventually he found somebody, and he took her perpetrator guilty. He took him to court and he sued him, and he won. And that victim has been awarded, I think it's £420,000 as a victim. And they've took his house. They've took the perpetrator's house, and it's going to auction to be sold. And she's going to get £420,000 as compensation. Now, I call that a victory. I call that compensation for those girls who went through that. I'm talking about other paedophiles. We should be looking, going on. Do you own a house? Do you own a business? Have you got money in a bank account? Do you own stocks and shares? Because we're coming for that. They're broken.
Sorry, folks, just had
allow
to
them
mute
be
it.
broken.
That's all.
And
Just had to
eventually,
mute it.
people in that pain say to themselves, I need to end the pain. It's too
Sorry,
much.
folks, just had
and
to
I'm
take a
sure
phone
half
call,
a
that's
million
all.
pound isn't going to stop the pain, but it might stop future paedophiles going, oh, I might lose everything I've built up.
Yeah.
And we might use that money to find more paedophiles and prosecute them and get some of the politicians in jail. Now, everything we're doing today is on social media. We've got cameras everywhere. Hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people will see these speeches, will understand more what's going on. That's how we know we're winning. And everybody here today, you've contributed to that. This isn't a one-man band. This isn't
you're
just
right,
one
pal.
person who's managed to do that. 20 years ago, if you was here 20 years ago, 10 years ago, you were the people who kept this flame alive because everybody else wanted this flame to go out. Nobody wanted us to be here today. They wanted it all to go away. And if you've been campaigning for this for decades, you've kept this alive because everybody wanted it to die. So I personally thank you for the people who've been pushing this, people like Billy and Raja, because no one wanted this. No one wanted this. With a pain in everyone's backside, but it's justice. That's what we need. So thank you much for coming out today. Keep sharing. The internet is where we're going to win this. That's why we are where we are today. It's the internet. They can shut all of us up individually. They can refuse to print it in the papers. They can refuse to get us on GB News and the BBC. They can do all that, but the internet's free. The internet's worldwide. They can't keep it off that, and that's how we're winning this. Thank you very much, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, the People's Mayor, Dick Buckley, ladies and gentlemen.
Right, okay. Well,
So I'm going to slightly move on from Rochdale, Oldham now. I'm going to start talking about another place that I became massively involved with over 7 to 8 years ago. And this is with Barrow. You all seen I went to Barrow. Many people in the movement said,
there's other people leaving now, but a lot of people are already
Billy sees
going
what
now,
Billy
mate, because
sees, he
obviously
will
they're
never
going
walk
to
away.
other YouTubers.
I will stay to Barrow
make
and
a
I'll
statement.
stay there even till this day. However, before I start going on about Barrow and introducing the speakers, I want to just speak about a very special lady who's not here today, which is Ellie Reynolds. Yeah. But when I tell you what this girl has been through, what this girl has done, you'd be cheering your socks off for this girl when I mention this name.
We don't, Matty. That is something that I need to get done, pal. I will get a Discord set up,
against the abuse of children.
I'll put a link onto the channel.
She was absolutely destroyed by the Antifa left for over 5 years, where they hounded her and her family. And people like myself and the next speakers that you're going to speak to, we was all a victim of this left attack because this girl stood up and said, children in my town, and I'm one of them, are being abused. The Cumbria authorities came around and said there's no grooming gangs in Barrow. So my next speaker is Mr. Ian Oakley from Hull, and he's going to tell you otherwise.
Right, folks, this is the last one we're going to listen to before we start to head off, and then we'll. I might even be out tonight with a few flags.
Right.
It was more to help me down than you help you up to me.
That's the one. Right, ladies and gentlemen, and Billy, thank you for giving me this space today. As Billy's just been going on about Barrow, my story's involved in Barrow, Rochdale. Is that better, Mike? Is that better? Hold it closer. Oh, okay. Right, so I got involved in this by pure accident. I was watching a Sky documentary about abuse of young girls in Hull, in Yorkshire, which I've been reminded so many times today.
Welcome to everyone just joining, folks.
I couldn't believe that it was happening in Hull. So I wanted to know more. I went into it and I started a group up called United Hull. We started demonstrating. There was an operation called Operation Marksman, which was looking into what had gone on. I campaigned for 4 years to get the operation reopened because it was closed, because there was no evidence. There was 34
I'll get that sorted, mate.
arrested
I'll sort that tonight, pal.
and released. There wasn't enough evidence, apparently. I set United Hull up to campaign to get this reopened. I was successful.
We might be out tonight as well.
Over my journey, I met people like Billy. When we got talking, and it all came about that the same perpetrators that were working in Hull, were working in Barrow, were working in Rochdale. It was the same group of people. I couldn't believe it, and they were all the same people. Takeaways. I campaigned, got it reopened, and it was reopened under conference. That was its tactical name. Now, that was in 2021. This is still going on to this day. One of the survivors has recently
JM74, unfortunately, it's a real topic, so I'd probably stay and listen, buddy.
Perpetrators of prostituting young girls. Now, this survivor, although is a very strong young lady, stronger than I'll ever be, suffers depression, anxiety. She's told me, I can't do it, I can't go on. Fortunately enough, and to touch wood, she's doing a lot better these days, but this is what we're up against. The authorities are forcing them to crack so they don't carry on with the case. And this is not just in Hull, this is Rochdale, Oldham, Telford. Everywhere you look, it's the same wherever you go. The authorities, is what Nick was saying earlier, the authorities are the ones that are pulling the strings. We are slowly but surely cutting them strings, one by one. But we can't stop. If we stop, it all goes quiet. This national inquiry, will it ever happen? Not under Labour. I'm 100% sure it will not happen under Labour, because 99% of the councils were run by Labour when this is going on. They will drag their feet. Are they going to appoint a chair? Probably not. We need this change now. And what Debbie was saying, we need to vote. We need to get rid of Labour, because that is where it all lies. It's not just councils, social services, all controlled by Labour. And I don't believe anybody here believes any different. I think we all know the truth. The truth is Labour are the ones that are controlling everything. When it was going on in Hull, it was a Labour council. It's now a Lib Dem council. Lib Dems have just crawled away. They don't want to get involved. I've tried. They do not want, that was nothing to do with us. Humberside Police, exactly the same. All the people that were involved are no longer with us. They've moved on. It's all new. No, it's still there. There's still evidence. I heard a story today about evidence being buried in a room, not a million miles away from here. This is the truth that is going on.
Fantastic to hear.
We know we can't prove it because they've hidden it that well. Please remember, when you go to that polling station, vote. Let's keep going for the girls, keep going for the survivors. It's not just the girls, it's the boys as well. Remember that. Thank you.
Once again, 13 ladies and gentlemen. Right, so sticking with the Barrow and Hull.
I'm just going to mute you for 1 minute, folks. I just need to take a phone call.
Go hand in
Make sure you
hand.
double tap on the
Like I
screen and
said,
subscribing.
the next
Right, we'll watch this chat. Good story.
In 2018, I discovered my 11-year-old son and his friend came to see me to tell me about a bad man in an ice cream van in our local community.
No, it's me, mate. I just had to take a phone call.
Barrow. I didn't believe him. I didn't believe there was a bad man. I believed that these people had to be checked. They had to have DBS checks, same rigorous checks that I had to go through myself as a trader. we found out that the man driving the ice cream van was in fact on bail for some nefarious charges. He was on bail for alleged grooming of children and for alleged rape of several victims. Anyway, I went to, my first point of call was the police, of course. You know, I wanted to know why they were driving around in an ice cream van. The police were powerless to do anything because these people were trading on loopholes in the law. That loophole being that they were trading as a delivery service. That meant they didn't have to have the same checks, the same vigorous checks that everybody else had to have. They were trading without putting the bells on. They would go around. They were in an ice cream van. 7 years later, that man has now been prosecuted and he is serving a life sentence of 28 years, along with his two brothers, for grooming charges, for historic grooming charges. Those charges relate to offences that predate 2010. In 2018, this same individual was still running around in an ice cream van. When I tried to expose what was going on, I was exposed as racist. I was told I was a racist, I was a Nazi, I was a fantasist, and there was no truth to the allegations, especially by the businessman that had employed this paedophile. 7 years later, I've been proven to be right. You know, it's been a long journey. In 2020, I stood trial for alleged racial assault against one of the perpetrators from this firm. I was called racist, but I was found not guilty by a jury of my peers in February of 2020. In May of 2020, there was a case in Barrow which broke Ellie Williams case. It's been quite controversial. It caused a lot of problems for Barrow because she did tell some lies. But there's always some truth behind those lies, and there's no smoke without fire. And this grooming gang did exist. So when Dean Holden, Chief Superintendent Dean Holden, stood on the top of Barrow Police Station and made a public statement to say there was no grooming gang in Barrow after an investigation, he lied, because he knew that this man was on bail for rape along with his two brothers. That is, in fact, a grooming gang. 3 or more is a gang. If anyone disagrees with that, can they tell me any different? I still think it was a gang. But 7 years later, he's been prosecuted, and I'm still here trying to fight and trying to expose what's going on, trying to change the laws. Everybody is guilty of aiding and abetting these people. We have people coming in on boats, illegal immigrants coming in on boats now, and we know they're trading using apps like Uber Eats and Just Eats and Deliveroo, and we all use these apps. So I guarantee that maybe 30 or 40% of the people here have probably got some of those apps on their phone. If you have, delete them. Stop using these apps, because what we're doing is we're enabling this to continue in our communities by using these apps. We need to try and change the laws. All delivery drivers should be DBS checked. Imagine being a survivor and opening your door and finding your abusers delivering food for your local takeaway. The same abusers that walk the streets of the same streets that those survivors walk. It's not acceptable. I'm not going to go on too long because I could probably stand here all day and shout. But thank you for listening. It's been a long time coming. You know, there is much more to tell. Hopefully I'll get to do it again at another time. But thank you all so much for listening. Thanks for your time. God bless you all. But keep up the good fight, because together we can make a difference. Thank you.
Together we can make a difference. And make no bones about it, ladies and gentlemen. We are the last line of defence for the little ones. Yeah? When the establishment fails, there's nobody else. It's us, and only us. So we've got to do what we can to protect all our children in this town. I know every other town aside. So we're moving on now, and I forgot who I'm moving on to. Oh.
Ready?
Got my list. I never write a list, but today I've wrote a list, and this is the time I'm messing up when I've got a list. When I don't have a list, I don't.
So what we're going to do, folks, is we're going to wander off in a minute. We're going to leave these guys. I will probably keep you on the live for now.
Right, guys. So I'm going to talk a little bit myself now, because I've had some speakers up, and I've got a few things that I really want to get off my chest.
Harry, it doesn't matter. You can't say about protecting himself. We'll get this off, Billy.
Rochdale issues. So, can somebody put this picture up below me? Cheers, brother. I forgot his name.
I haven't really. Oh, better believe I'll never forget his name. This is after a Labour councillor, the very Labour councillor who stood in the court in Liverpool and gave a character reference to a grooming gang. I just want to send them a message. Be it wherever I am, I'm coming for you in May. I myself am coming for you in May. I'm coming for you, big fella. And I'm going to run you right out your seat, because you should never have one in the first place. The minute you stood on the platform and said, these men are okay, even though they abuse children. So you're next. You're next. And that's where you belong, on the floor. The next three I want to cover are three that shouldn't even be here. Abdul Rauf and his boys. Abdul Rauf, a free member part of the Rochdale grooming gang, who should have been deported over 15 years ago. They're on the third appeal. They're still here. Now they're saying, oh well, we can't deport one of them because he's a role father for his children. This man raped and abused and trafficked the children of Rochdale, yet he's still here. The last time I held a protest, the day before the government released that these men are being deported, guess where they are? Still here. Guess what they haven't done? Been deported. That's what we're stood here for today, to fight against that, because the Labour Party have made a promise that these men will no longer be a risk to our children. And here they are, walking around Rochdale like they've done nothing wrong, and we've got to accept it. If we say anything to them, we're the ones doing the harassing. So we're going to push, we're going to keep fighting. Abdul Rauf and his three boys are going from this town, are going from this country. We want them out. I'm going to talk about Operation Lytton, which is live now as we speak. I don't know if everyone's seen it, but up until last week there was a conviction of 7 men in Michel Street Crown Court over 147 years prison. Thank you, establishment, because that's the first time in the 20 years I've been involved in child abuse that a proper sentence has been handed out to abusers. That's the very first sentence. 140, that's what we want more of that. 147 years, they got around about 20 years each, which is for me, it's not long enough, but it's longer than the 6 years they give Abdul Rauf, who was back on the streets after 2 years, 9 months, walking around the schools, walking around the town centre, walking around the shopping centres, while the survivors hid at home from him because they didn't want to bump into him. Survivors like Charlotte Tetley, who was too scared to walk down her own high street and had to move to Macclesfield to escape them. Why did she have to move? Why didn't they move back home? Why didn't they go? Because there was failed, there was legal migrants, but they broke the law. The law said if you come to this country and you break the law, you get deported. Why? They're still here. They're still here. They're still here because they've got a Labour councillor standing in court saying these men are okay, these men are fine. He's going in May, and he's one of the people I hold responsible. Many of the Rochdale people who are involved have gone. They've moved on. Like the coppers, like the social workers, like the council leaders, they've all gone, they've all moved on, they departed. But we haven't forgot who you are, and wherever you go, we'll be there to meet you, and we'll be protesting against you, whatever seat you hold. Yes, we will. As I speak to you now, Operation Lytton's not finished. Operation Lytton, still today, has 48 men on bail, in Rochdale alone, on bail for abusing children. Yeah. There's another 5 trials to go ahead at Michel Street Crown Court over the next 12 months. I told you when we stood here last time there was 64. Some of them obviously been convicted. 2 grooming gangs convicted. The rest of them are yet to go. So this isn't over for us in Rochdale. We're going to go on there. We're going to get another 3 trials. And I'm just going to give you some of the information from this trial. Locking kids in basements, not letting them go home for 3 days. Whipping them with a kettle lead. I mean, some of the things I can't say on here because there's a child stood with us, and I don't want to go that far in, because her innocence is everything we have to defend. Yeah, their innocence is everything we have to defend. At this moment in time, I'm in between politics at the moment, but I'll always be a campaigner against child abuse. I'll always fight on behalf of the children of Rochdale, of Telford, of Oldham, of Rochdale, and every other child in the UK that's under attack, if you like. We're here to help you, and that's all we exist for. That's the only agenda I have. Okay, so thank you guys. I'm going to move on now and open the mic a little bit to some speakers. Yeah, Dorothy, ladies and gentlemen.
Right, folks, so I am going to group everyone together now, folks, and we are going to make our way away. Someone is getting married over there, look. They could have picked a better day for it, couldn't they? Bless him. So yeah, so we are going to head off up to the train station.
Yeah, I'm
And
glad
tonight,
that
I am not
there's
sure
one councillor
what the
in
plan
there,
is yet. I think we're ready.
That's turned up because I've been banned from Oldham Council.
Cheers, Rob. It's a bit of something different, mates. To be fair, this isn't what I'm used to, and it's probably not what the channel's used to, but it's a fucking important topic, mate, so it's definitely something that I will follow for sure.
And with OMBC and with Red Robin Preschool.
Bloody kilt. Yeah, they are in a kilt, yeah. Yeah, he's in a kilt.
Declare safeguarding concerns, and yet they can argue amongst themselves.
Yeah, Moses Sparse, hope you're well, pal.
In fact, they get paid to
Cheers,
have a
Billy
right
Fish.
in
To be fair, they've had a
Oldham
fucking nightmare
Council's
today. The
chambers.
mods have had a...
No, it's not funny.
Yeah, it's not been a
They don't
usual
do
sorting
it.
today.
They shouldn't be doing it. They should be setting an example of being a corporate parent and a role
Yeah, we're on our
model to
way
our
back,
children.
Angie.
Instead, we've got
Well,
men
we're going
who
to head
just
up
wanna
at the
take
train
the money
station in a
and
minute.
women. Lisa Nancy,
And then we'll be back.
you told
I don't think
me
we'll be out
you don't
flagging
know how
tonight,
to
but who knows?
safeguard children, but you've took the role of the Deputy Safeguarding Cabinet Leader. Along
That's
with
awful in my
Shaheen
shoes.
Mestat,
Glad you're
who
okay, though.
also cannot safeguard children. He even has to ask John Lawrence, what do I do?
Right, folks,
Well,
we're going
the
to do is we're going to have a
he's
walk
being paid to do
with
it.
with you guys up towards
Well,
the
our taxes,
train station.
everybody needs to guarantee
Can you all hear me now? 'Cause this fucking mic's been a nightmare. So, yeah, this has been something different. Next week we'll be back to well, fucking stand up to racism and all that nonsense and the protests.
Interested in because they've been overpaying themselves.
But yeah, so that is that, folks, for today. I will. Flags are coming up. Obviously, we've got the flags going up very shortly. Look, there we go. Congratulations. They couldn't have been any worse, could they? Bless them. Bless. Where are they going? Hurry up.
They think it's just a joke, and it's not meant to be a joke. It's not a joke. Any children.
Jesus is the way. No, you spot on, Pammy. You can't be blaming the victims of this. It's disgusting. And I know a lot of people said that it was all about Muslims and all of that. It wasn't. This is against anybody that wants to take kids or groom children at the end of the day. It's fucking wrong, whichever way you look at it. No matter who's doing it, right? Yeah, you're seeing I would say the nice part of Rochdale, this, but it's really not. Although, for a pub, it's the fucking beautiful pubs. Let me see if I can zoom out. The buildings are stunning. But yeah, so I'm probably going to stop the live here, folks. If you haven't already double tapped the screen for a like, please do. If you haven't subbed, please do. Will we be out tonight with flags? I'm not too sure. It depends what time we get back and sorted. We could be, but if not, we'll definitely be out tomorrow, I think. Yeah, we will. They're agreeing with me. So yes, I'm going to stop us here, folks. Are you a thickist? A thickist? My God, you can't even spell the word fucking fascist, mate. Jesus Christ, a thickist. It can happen to anyone's children, Romeo. Trust me. Romeo, sorry. Anybody's children it can happen to. And that's the problem here. That is the fucking problem. A thickist. I'm not sure what a thickist is. I think the thicko is trying to say fascist, but he's that stupid he can't even... I tell you what as well, you don't realise how uphill this fucking is. Yeah, it's right uphill. So we came all the way downhill from the... Oh, way up. Oh, you're joking. Right, so... So here we go. This is what you call man down, man down. It's that steep up here that he couldn't get his mobility buggy up. So we've just lent a hand there, giving a push. Fucking hell, it really is uphill, isn't it? Jesus Christ. Right, folks, so I'm going to bugger off because you guys don't need to be hearing me heavy breathing. But yeah, keep your eyes out for a live for tonight. We may go out flagging, depends what time we get home. But if not, we'll be back tomorrow. Right, as always, folks, I love you all, and I'll see you all again tomorrow or tonight. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.